Hello my friend, welcome in LightCode channel and welcome in a new lesson. Today we will talk about excluding middleware. In this tutorial we will learn what is the excluding middleware, how can it be written. As you know, middleware provides a convenient mechanism for the inspecting and filtering HTTP requests entering your application. For example, Laravel includes a middleware that verifies the user of your application is authenticated. If the user is not authenticated, the middleware will redirect the user to your application login screen or any login there. However, if the user is authenticated, the middleware will allow the request to proceed further into the application. In the last lesson, we talked about middleware in general, and you can watch the video for this lesson. But today, we want to talk about the middleware group or middleware excluding. Why excluding middleware? When assigning middleware to the group of routes, you may essentially need to prevent the middleware from being applied to an individual route within the group. For example, you want to limit access to the same page to people who hold a special license only. For example, if the person is 18 years old or not. Excluding middleware structure, let me show you structure of this middleware. This is structure of excluding middleware, this keyword middleware and this class middleware. This group is helper and the functions which by this we can prevent or protect the routes we need to. Here we set number of routes. Any route we need to protect them. We must set add those routes here. The steps that we must following in the lesson here. Step 1, we need to create a middleware by executing this command, artisan make middleware name. Step 2, registering the middleware in the kernel PHP file. Step 3, creates two controllers, one post, another, for example, watch, for example. Step 4 is creating a redirect page. If the user does not have permission, must be redirected to this page. And step 5 is create middleware and two route for calling two controllers in the web file. Let me go to the VS Code and starting the work. For example, we need to create a middleware. For this task, we need to execute this command, php artisan make colon middleware and name it check, for example, check age, for example, age. Yes, this created for us a new middleware. The step 2, we need to register this middleware in kernel PHP file. Go to the middleware and here this file, and this check age must be registered in the group middleware here, /app/ http and /middleware, and here middleware, where are you, check age, check here and check this. And after that calling class and comma. By this task, we registered this middleware. Another step is to create two controller, and by those controller we need to call to a view page. So we need to create this controller. For example, PHP artisan serve, artisan make controller colon controller. For example, we named it post controller, capital controller. Let me check. Yes, post controller, and hit enter. Yes, this create for us the post controller. And the second controller we need is by this command. This post controller, I set it, for example, watch controller. Watch controller. Let me press and hit enter. Yes, the second controller also created for us. Check them here, controllers, and here post controller must be capital, but it's low. Post controller and watch controller. We need to create three view page, one for post controller, another for watch controller, and last for redirect page. Let me create them. We go to the a view, yes, here view, and here we set name, for example, post dot blade dot php it, and here we set this tag h2. Why you go to here? h2, yes, this is a post page, for example. And the second page we need here, we need create watch page, watch dot blade dot php create for us, and post page. I copy this tag, Control C, and go to the watch page, and Control V this watch page, for example. Okay. The second, the three views we need to create redirect page. This redirect use when the user does not have any permission. The application will be redirect them to this page and tell them you are not have required permission, for example. So go to the views and create redirect page, for example, redirect page dot blade dot php. H2 also, H2, and then why you do this? Here my VS Code is madman. H2, and we can say, hey, you does not have required permission. For example, hey, you does not, this must be have required permission. After that, we needed to go to the post controller, one controller, go to the post controller here, and create a method, public function, create function, and name it show, for example, and calibrate and return what I do. This must be here. Okay. Return this phrase. You can access this post information and semicolon. After that, we need to go to the watch controller and create also, for example, public function, and name it also show, for example, and then here we set this and return for us this phrase. You can access this information, this page, for example. Not a problem, it must be here. Okay, after that, we need to go there to web file and create middleware group, exclude, and then set the two route controller to this middleware. So let me go to the web. Let me delete this and this. Yes, this. Okay. Here we need to set a new middleware. We will say route and colon. What this do, please? To middleware. After that, we add the class where we created check age. We need to this bracket and say check here, check age, this class, colon class. After that, we need to, at the group route, we need to filter request which send for them. So we need to use this helper group, and in this group we need to set anonymous function anonymous function, and parentheses, and here calibrate, and then after that we need semicolon. Here we need to set our route. We need to protect them. After that, we must check if the check age called above this class. Check age must be here. Yes, this check age, call it here, must be here. Then need to create a true route. For example, route colon get, and call him for example post, and after that we need to call this controller. We name it post controller bracket post controller. Yes, this post controller, and class. No, I think my post controller love C is love capital. Let me check post controller. Yes, post controller C, post controller class. After that we need to indicate show function. Show. Let me check if it here or not. Yes, post controller must be here. I call it here use app slash HTTP and controllers, and after that post controller. This must be here, and semicolon. Yes, call it before I write it, so I comment this. Okay, this post controller. Let me check. Post controller love capital. Okay, let me go to the call second route, and then route, and then get. After that we call it watch. After that watch, not this, watch, and then comma and bracket to class watch controller, and then colon class. After that we need to indicate show function. After that we semicolon. Now we need to go to the check age middleware and set the logic that by this logic we will filter the request that the user may be sent to those two routes. And if for example, the user have 18 old, it have permission to access the information. If does not this permission, we will redirect him to the new page. That this page will tell him that he has not required permission. Let me go to the middleware, and in the middleware must write the logic middleware controller, and this middleware check age. I think this, yes. Here we will add if colon if request is request has year, for example, has year. Let me correct this. Has helper has, and this has include year. After that, and SDLR request year colon equal 18, for example, 18. So the user has permission. Control X, Control V, and if not, if no, or if allow under 18, this user does not have permission. For example, return response redirect, and this let me correct this, redirect view. What name is this view? We must go to the view and redirect page. I set name here redirect page, for example. Okay, and this semicolon. Now we need to upload our project on the local server and run the project on the browser and check if our work is fine or not. Let me start create for us local server. Yes, it be green. Yes, this indicate the local servers work fine. After that, we need to back to the and create a new command line and command line and command line. Yes, PHP artisan serve. PHP artisan server, hit enter. Yes, our project will be loaded on the local server. After that, we need to here and go to the browser, Mr. Browser. Mr. Browser, please upload. I need you. All us need you, Mr. Browser. Okay. Local host colon 8, and then for example, post, colon, year equal 18, and hit enter. Yes, it tells us the target class middleware group does not exist. We will not work in a group. We work on the, so let me check this and go back. Okay, my friend, I go back. I must comment this middleware I worked before. This must be comment. This might be delete, but I commit it. So go back to the user, and here must be here in this text box localhost. Yes, this comment post and 18 year. In this, yes, we can access the information that we write in the post controller. If, for example, add 19 here and set comment, yes, the route view does not exist, redirector. I think I make mistake. Redirector. Let me check it. To the check age, redirect page, view redirect page. So let me check it. Okay, my friend, I make mistake here. I must write this helper instead of the redirect. Here must be response if call the view. So let me show you. If I go back to the browser, for example, and set 19 and hit enter, it tell me you does not have any permission. This show us we protected our route by the middleware. Let me check another route which tell a set name for him watch. Let me check it. So I need write this name of this route here, and for example I check if the user has 18 old. For example, I check it. You can see here, you can access this page. If I, for example, set here 20, also the application redirect us to the redirect page. This page tell us you does not have the required permission. In this tutorial, we learn how we can create a middleware, and how by this and register this middleware, and create logic for this middleware, and how protect our route, our group of route by this middleware, and create two controllers and two review page and redirect page. I think this enough for this episode. Thank you for watching, and I wish for you good moment. If this episode helpful for you, so please support us by subscribe, share and like, and I wish see you later in the new lesson. God bless you. Bye bye.